Hi guys, after the system worked fine in the Camaro, I also wanted to install an MPU-6050 based MicroRC stability control system in the Porsche. I only had to change the vehicle type to number 5 in the code. But of course, the MPU-6050 sensor needs to be installed first. A DuPont cable is used to wire everything up. The wire ends are now prepared for soldering. After the wires were soldered to the sensor, I had to replace the single pole DuPont housings with double pole ones. That's it, the sensor module is now ready to install in the car. Everything is now installed and looks fine. Now we need to upload the new code with vehicle type number 5. For more information on how to upload the code, have a look at the manual on my GitHub. The link is in the description. As you can see, the sensor is now working. This is MRSC off and fully on. Even though the used 130 size DC motor has filtering capacitors on it, it's producing nasty voltage spikes, which cause the MPU-6050 sensor to crash. So the next step is to upgrade this old MicroRC receiver with an additional 100 nanofarad decoupling capacitor across the radio pins. Here you can see the pre-tinned supply pins of the radio model. The 100 nanofarad capacitor is now soldered. This is the temporary wiring ready for an additional test. So the next step was to add an additional capacitor across the battery voltage, just like in newer board versions. This is the first function test after the capacitors were added. After the MPU-6050 sensor is initialized, the radio signal comes up properly. Fine. Of course it did not work. So I decided to do a big test with different motors. Here you can see the tested motors. All of them have noise suppression capacitors. And some of them even have additional inductors. But only 4 of them did work. You can see that the lowest working resistance value is 1.5 ohms. According to Ohm's law, the stall current of this motor is 2.8 amps. This is just below the maximum 3.2 amp peak current of the TB6612 FNG motor driver. So no wonder that the motors with less than 1.5 ohms did not work properly. So finally I decided to switch back to the original Porsche motor with 14,200 RPM. Here you can see the Porsche motor running in the Camaro. The MPU-6050 sensor does not crash anymore. As expected, the Porsche is now much easier to drive on slippery parkways. The next problem to solve was the flickering headlights in vehicle type 5. As you can see, there are some changing off spikes in the headlight signal. Luckily, I was able to find and fix the problem. As always, the updated code can be found on my GitHub. Again for comparison before and after. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Bye!